Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the weirdest thing found in someone else's home. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I met a girl on Tinder one night when I was mindlessly using up all of my likes. She was definitely not my type, but I didn't want to be an ass and I figured I could at least make a friend. We met up at a park and soon she invited me back to her house. It was absolutely disgusting. Trash, dirty clothes, and little dog shit everywhere. I decided to bounce out of there pretty much as soon as the tour was over, but she asked if I wanted to see the artwork she had been working on. I always genuinely appreciate it when people want to share their artwork with me, so I agree. She leads me to a door and opens it, revealing a large closet that was of course absolutely packed with shit and a sewing machine in it. Which wasn't the weird part. I looked up on a shelf and saw a very poorly taxidermy squirrel, locked in abject terror for the rest of eternity, holding a cocktail sword. She said her dogs caught it and didn't want it to go to waste, so she tried to stuff it herself. I did not see her again after. And this is why, kids, you don't go to someone else's house on the first date. How freaking weird. See, guys don't even think twice when they're invited over to someone's house. But girls, if a guy invites you over to the house on their first date, you're just like, am I gonna get killed tonight? At a friend's home, an African mask visibly and obviously chained to a wall. When I asked why the chains, the friend answered, because it tends to move around the house by itself. Oh, that's freaking creepy. Imagine seeing the mask downstairs and then you're sleeping, you open your eyes and it's on your ceiling. Oh my gosh. My own stuff. It was Halloween and I went to a friend's house. They had up some decorations and some other things that looked utterly familiar. I asked him where he got those and he said my girlfriend gave them to him for decorating. You know, things like family antiques and old pictures of my extended family and stuff that I thought were in my garage. I took them all back and I'm 100% sure that was the beginning of the end for her and I. She eventually left me for my friend. Pictures? Why would she do that? Why would you take your boyfriend's things and give it to his friend? Well, obviously, I guess we know the answer. She liked him, but she didn't have the money to give her own stuff to him, right? You don't have money to buy things for someone that you like while you're in a relationship, so you steal your boyfriend's things to give it to the person that you like while you're in a relationship. Oh my gosh, what the hell is wrong with you? And old pictures, why did he even accept that? You know? Imagine someone giving you old pictures of their family. Are you really gonna be like, oh, nice, antique, I love it. They're both weird. Was over my female best friend's house. I was their first guest since COVID lockdowns ended. There was a very tasteful, full frontal nude photo of my female best friend in a guest bedroom hanging on the wall. You want the guests to look at you naked? That's interesting. She's really like, yeah, look at my body. Okay. Got in touch with someone offering fancy rats for sale as wanted or free as pets. Went around their house, and as well as a few dogs, there were snakes, spiders, lizards, all sorts around the house in every room. I assume that's why they bred the rats. Anyway, I was admiring a tarantula when the guys say, that's cool, but do you want to see the main event? Took me outside and there's a huge Eurasian eagle owl on a perch. At first I thought it was animatronics or something. He had eyes like dinner plates, seriously huge. Look up how big an adult one is. Quite a shock when you're not expecting to suddenly be stood in front of one. Not sure you're supposed to keep them as pets. He said he walks it in the woods behind his house and it once took off with a cat. Wow. I don't know how I feel about this. At the same time, I feel like that's pretty cool, you know? It's like going to someone's house and it's just like a zoo. I don't know how I would feel if a freaking tarantula started running towards me kind of thing. But I feel like that's pretty cool. But like, yeah, are you even supposed to have those? Oh, it's kind of cute. I'm looking at pictures right now. I met this guy on one of those self-development courses. He had a reunion at his place and he had many quite graphic nude paintings he'd done all over the walls. They were pretty good and all the same model. We asked him who his muse was. That's my mother, he replied. That's weird. I mean, I guess for art, that's fine, but like, that's weird seeing your own mother naked. Like, she had to pose and everything too, right? Why didn't he just say it was like some model? He didn't have to be like, that's my mother. And now everyone's just uncomfortable. We're looking at paintings of your mother right now. Not just any painting, but naked paintings. Once visited a remote location as a traveling sales rep. Met with client who referred me to a friend at an unmarked house with no address. Dude had yellow sticky notes on every imaginable object with the name of the thing all over his house. Proceeded to tell me that he had murdered 3 of his wives and buried them in pieces around the property and then offered me some heroin for being cool for listening to his story. Figured I'd accept to not be rude. I'll accept to not be killed, you mean? Told him I can't get high though, so I'd take it to the go and do it later. Accidentally took his jacket with me as I left. Got his number and told him I'd do a follow-up with him next week. Sold him 2 units. Turned everything over to the cops later and the sales bounced, so I assumed he was taken care of. Wow! Nice. I didn't think they were going to tell the cops though. Seriously. But that's the right thing to do. Like, I wouldn't even think it was real if someone told me that. It's just like, yeah, I murdered 3 of my wives. And they're all here under the house. I wouldn't even think that's real. I'd just be like, okay, you're a bit weird, but okay. When I was in my early 20s, a friend from high school moved into an apartment up the street from where I lived. I went to visit her one time. There were used maxi pads on the floor in the corner of her living room. Some were still rolled up in toilet paper, some unrolled. There were quite a few of them. She would come out of the bathroom after changing her pad and throw the used pad in the direction of a small waste basket. If it went into the basket, it went in. If it landed on the floor, that's where it stayed. That's freaking disgusting. The smell. Oh. Are you kidding me? How are you in your 20s and this is how you live? Why don't you just throw it in the bin? It doesn't even take long for you to just walk to a bin, like 3 seconds. Dude, if that was my friend, oh my gosh. I would just yell at them. I would just be like, what is wrong with you, you disgusting piece of shit? A picture of me. Story time. Ran into a really old classmate from when we were in 1st grade together. We talked and chatted. Got invited over to meet his wife and kids. Cool. I'm taught to explore around since dinner wasn't ready, so I did. Walked into his office and on his desk is a picture of 2 kids. It dawned on me really fast that the 2 kids were him and I, fighting. I was in the middle of a full-on kick with my hiking boots, and he was swinging a stick at me vertically. We looked so pissed off. I remember that fight. It ended fast because my kick landed first and blasted him down on the ground. We were fighting over girls, of course, and he kicked me out of the group. Thing about that picture, it looked like a professional animal photographer took it. Like it looked like a National Geographic shot. He comes into his office and sees me looking at the photo with this absolutely bewildered face and told me his end of it. Apparently, a teacher snapped that shot off and gave it to his parents, and the beating I gave him right before I moved made him stop being a bully. He loved that photo so much he shows it to everyone. He calls the photo the righteous fury of the bullied. He apparently had hoped we would run into each other someday, but having heard about my life and how I was treated growing up didn't want me to feel like he pitied me. I value that so much. We just hung out the other day, drank too much, and we just passed out sitting up watching old movies. 2 old men, rivals to brothers. That's adorable. I thought it was going to be creepy, finding a picture of yourself at someone else's home, but that's so cute. Wow. That's so cute that he still keeps it, and it's like a reminder of him to just stay humble kind of thing. You know? You think you're better than someone? Nope, there's always someone else who is better. I was with my sister and we were for the first time at a new friend's house. My sister and I were maybe 12 or 13 years old. Into the finished basement we went. It was kind of dark. A closet door was open. My sister sees like 5 human heads and starts screaming, "They're killers, they're killers!" and then books it out the bay window. As it turned out, the mother was and is a hairdresser and had mannequin heads with hair kept on the upper rack shelf in the basement closet. Dude, that is creepy, man. Imagine you just go to someone's basement and you just see like heads. Yep. It's creepy. Seriously, because it's dark and everything, that's freaking scary. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!